Come to me, my children. Follow the sound of my voice to receive thy blessings. Unburden yourself.
And welcome to the Church of Last Resort with the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll. The Church of Last Resort, where your prayers are heard, your sins forgiven, and no matter what you believe, you won't believe this shit. And now, the Reverend, the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll.
Good morning, brothers and sisters, everywhere out there in the word sphere. Welcome, and I mean welcome, especially anybody that's a new member, someone who's listening for the first time, or someone who's been out there listening for a long time, and this is their last time. We don't know when our last time is coming. Welcome. Welcome to the Church of Last Resort. I am the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll, PhD, DDS, ADHD, MCM, LIX. For those of you who do not know me, this is your first time. Some people have called me the racy reverend, the pervert pastor, the vile vulgar vicar of vice, the sexy shepherd, the missionary man, the deacon of doggy style, the frisky friar. Of course, I've been called all those things behind my back and on social media or anti-social media, depending on how you take it. As long as they're talking about me, I take it as a compliment. So you can find it there, behind my back, or on bathroom stalls. Bless you. So let us begin, as we always begin, in the name of George Carlin, Robin Williams, and Richard Pryor. Can I get a fuck yeah? Fuck yeah! Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Let me move that out the shot because I'm not ready for that. I may not even use that. I don't even know. That's the breakdown. If you're watching for the first time, that's the breakdown board. Let me introduce you. We're not going to use it. New people, this is the breakdown board in case I need to illustrate something by breaking it down. So that's why I'm moving it out the way, because I don't always use it. I don't even know when I'm going to use it. I usually use it if I'm breaking down. That's it. Or if I'm having a breakdown. And you can see it right there live. But here we go. Let's start with our opening prayer. And if you would be so kind as to please bow your heads unless you are driving your car or your significant other. That is a disclaimer. See, I have to say that legally. My lawyers make me say that. And if that is the case, please just close your eyes and let Jesus do the driving while we pray. Yes, Lord. Dear Lord, please bless those who celebrated D-Day yesterday, this week. They celebrated D-Day, whether it be via memory, via spirit, or via the History Channel that shows less history and more might want to be. Can I get a day? Yes, Lord. And dear Lord, please bless those who are fighting real threats to real freedoms around the real world. Okay. Lord, I know that you are too busy watching us like a fool watches Fox News to actually help us, but can you at least change the channel once in a while to a program where we can win once in a while? That's all I'm asking. Can I get a TV guide? Yes, Lord. Thank you. Thank you, brother or sister. Dear Lord, can you stop me from telling my wife everything that I'm thinking after 2 drinks? I can't enjoy my 3rd drink in peace. Can I get a muzzle? One of those soft silicone ones where you can still drink, just not talk. Yes, Lord. Please, please, Lord. Can I get one? I can't even begin to tell you the kind of crap I get myself, trouble I get myself involved in after the second drink. Lord have mercy. And finally, Lord, please bless the entire behind-the-scenes staff at Mind Dog TV. They are truly doing your work, helping to spread your word throughout the wordosphere. They could be anywhere today, but they are here wishing that they were anywhere today. And that ought to count for something. MindDogTV.com, the place to go to get your Church of the Last Resort gear. I mean all your gear, your hunting gear, your fishing gear, your Richard gear. You can get them all, MindDogTV.com. And of course, when you go to MindDog TV, you use promo code Bump for the Lord. Indeed. That's okay. It's a little late, but that's all right because it's all right. That's what it sounds like going down. A good bump. So use that promo code Bump for the Lord if you can find a space for it. I'm not even sure if that's a real promo code or if that's just the third drink talking. And the third drink, oh my Lord, Lord, teach me my limit, but not like last time. Let me learn the easy way, like by watching this in replay, and I can find out what I said. That'd be better. Yes, indeed. Yeah. In the name of George Carlin, Robin Williams, and Richard Pryor, can I get a fuck? Yeah. Fuck yeah. Brothers and sisters, before I get to the topic of today's sermon, which is help me, help them, help you with $99.95, I just want to address a big day that we at the church celebrate. We celebrated it yesterday, maybe a little bit too much. Is BFF Day. Now, I, of course, did not know what BFF Day was until I got a text from Amona who said, Happy BFF Day. And I took offense to it. And I thought she was calling me a big fat fiend because that's what I thought BFF stood for. I'm old. I don't use letters like that. I don't like LOL. I thought that was, let out lapels. I don't know. I didn't think it was laugh out loud until somebody told me that they were not LOL at my sermons. And I was thinking, I didn't expect you to leave out lepers. Everybody's included, yeah, everybody's included. So no, don't leave out the lepers. LOL. No, don't do that. And so I told him, I said, don't LOL. You're not supposed to leave out the lepers. But I didn't know that it was laugh out loud. And now I feel stupid because I told him not to LOL. And I should have just said, LOL, please. That's what I should have said. But or laughter, please, or something, anything. But I didn't know because they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Well, that's a lie. You can teach an old dog new tricks. You just can't teach them how to use emojis and little anagrams on the internet. That's what you can't teach them. Because by the time they learn those, they change them on you. You just something else. You think you think you're being cute and clever by saying SMH. And you don't know that it used to, it stood for shake my head, like that's SMH. Shake my head, right? It took me 2 years to learn that, and then when to use it. When do you say shake my head? I don't know. Well, actually, the is just my sound effect, that's how I remembered what shake my head was. So I would go SMH, Every time I use it, I'll be on my phone and somebody say something and I'd go SMH. You know, it took a while to learn that. It took a while to learn THOT. Lord, I didn't know THOT. I had to reach out to one of the younger members of my family. And I said, what's THOT? And they said, it means that hoe over there. And I'm like, what? That's not polite. And if you're writing it, how do you know where over there is? It's different if we're sitting right here together, and somebody's acting up, and I go SMH, and you say, why are you going SMH? And I say THOT, and I point over there. See, watch, THOT. All right, now you know that hoe is over there. Now you know. All right. Before that, if I didn't point, if it's just a text and I go, that hoe over there, you'd be checking your phone going, where? Where is that hoe? Because I'm not pointing. I'm just saying. Now, of course, you could do the that hoe over there and then have the finger point emoji. But what if it's not pointing in the right direction? Because it only points left or right. And if your phone's up here and she's over there, they don't know which way to turn the phone. That's what I'm talking about. You're trying to get somebody who's old to learn this new shit, and it takes a while because you don't know. It just doesn't make sense. You know, young people, they don't care that it doesn't make sense. See, they fill the void with something else. See, with me, if something doesn't make sense, I got this void that I have to fill, and I want to fill it with sense. Okay? So it makes sense. But young people don't care if shit makes sense. They don't care. It's just shit in space. And it just takes, there's a void in their head, a void in their knowledge, and they're just willing to fill it with anything. I can't do that. I'm a responsible man. I got responsible things to do. I can't live in my mother's basement if I fill that space with something different. First of all, my mother's dead and buried. Her basement is just roots for a tree or something. Maybe an earthworm pad. I don't know what's underneath. I take that back. I know what's under my mother. It's my sister. I think they're buried like this because they shared a plot. And I think that plot was to do in me. But I win. I won. I outlived both of them. So that plot failed. So they can share a plot if they want to, but they're not getting me. They're not taking me down with that plot. I'm being cremated. That's what I'm saying. Shake my head. So you don't know, like you just don't know, okay, what the BFF stands for. Like I said, I thought it was a big fat fiend, and I was offended. And I looked and I sent a text to my wife Mona right away, and I said, "How dare you?" I said, "I lost 30 pounds in the past couple of years, and see, and this is where a mean person would have said, how much weight you lose, but didn't, see." Because then instead of a BFF, it'd be a DFF, a dead fucking fiend. That's what I'd be. So, that's right, BB or BBC. That's right, big black. Let me look that up. I don't know what that C stands for. I have to look that up. Something. Hey, was that Sean LeBert? My God, Sean, I know him. I think, unless that's the other Sean that's in witness protection. I do know two Sean Leverevitz. One's a very funny comedian. He hails out of the DMV, not Department of Motor Vehicles. There's nothing funny about that place. When we say DMV, we're talking about Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, which I object to, unless they're trying to exclude me, because most of my work is in the P, okay, Pennsylvania. So it should be DMVP, but I think they're trying to exclude me from their little party. But that's all right. I don't mind being excluded from their party. I do mind. It hurts. It hurts. And I wish they would let me play once in a while, but they don't. But that's okay. It's not okay. It's not okay at all. It's mean. It's mean. It's like Mean Girls, only with comedians. It's like, yeah, mean girls were comedians, or comedians were mean girls. Well, a lot of them are, but not Sean. Sean, if that's the Sean I'm thinking of, he's a good man. He's a good man who just doesn't talk to me. But that's okay. That's probably how he stays good. That's probably how he stays good. Most people, they stay good by avoiding other people. For example, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't like people as a general rule of thumb. I need a break from people. I do my best to serve the people, and I go out there and see. You notice how I'm pointing over there. See that hole over there? See how that works? It does not work on the phone. It works like this over there. So I go out there with that hoe over there, and I serve the people as best I can. And then I get it up to here, because people have been saying, Reverend, what do I do about this? Reverend, what do I do about that? And I tell them. And then 2 weeks later, they got the same fucking problem saying, Reverend, what do I do about this? And I said, what did I tell you 2 weeks ago? And they go, well, you told me I don't have to put up with that shit, and I should leave his ass or whatever. Whatever it is I told them. They can repeat it back. And I said, so why haven't you done it? And they shake my head. So you don't, and they don't listen. And then every time they don't listen, it gets a little right there. And then I thought they go every time they don't listen, I give them good advice. They go right there, a little bit more. And then, but when it gets right here, when it gets to the point where I can't see, when it gets like right here, this level right here, see that? I can't see. And I can't have that shit. So when that happens, when I can't see because people not listening, goes, when it gets up to here, I got to back off. And I got to retreat to my fortress of solitude. Right here. Got to retreat to my fortress of solitude. And that's how I find my peace of mind. I retreat like Superman to my fortress of solitude. And I get rid of all of that kryptonite and the hypocriptonites and all of them. Get rid of the Gladys Knights, all of it. Just get rid of it. And I start over down here with a new level, and I can go out and serve the Lord and the people again. Okay? Lord have mercy. I had mentioned that I had a few drinks yesterday because celebrating BFF Day. I had a few drinks. And this morning, I was, what they say, you have the hair of the dog that bit you. Now, if that's not your problem, if they say that if you've been drinking too much, if you've been drinking and it's hair of the dog, but what if you were just eating? You know what I'm saying? Like they call it hair of the cat, depending on what you're eating. And so this morning, I got the hair of the cat, fur ball, not balls. Shake my head. So, children, I think is that cocaine? Damn. Oh, talcum powder. So she was chafe it. That's you can get cancer like that. Secondhand cancer. Somebody got talcum powder and you got your face too close to it, secondhand cancer. That's where that comes from. All right. So I discussed the BFF. And for those of you who have BFFs, it turns out it means best friends forever. I forgot. I put 2 F's in there. And so the best friends forever. And you have, for those of you who have those and you celebrate it, and I hope you got to celebrate it with your BFF, because that's the whole point of having a BFF on BFF Day is to celebrate. Now, sometimes it doesn't work out because the person you think is your BFF has a different BFF and it's not reciprocated. That's it. It doesn't go both ways. You say they're your best friend forever, and they say, yeah, but there's my best friend over there forever. And you go, what, that hole over there? See how I point? Because that's how it went. See, you can't do that on the phone. So if you sent out a text that says Happy BFF Day, and they didn't text you back, they may not have gotten the message, or they did text back their BFF. They did text their BFF, and it just wasn't you. And that's okay. That's called a BFF triangle. And a BFF triangle is almost like a BFF pyramid, which is a scheme. That's a scheme. That's just to get the money out of you. You know. Now I don't know if you buy BFF cards or BFF gifts, and it's a little late now. You could send a late BFF gift. Just go to minddogtv.com and you can order your belated BFF gift, and I think that's called a BBFF, right? Belated Best Friends Forever gift, BBFFG. Damn. See, that's what I'm talking about. Trying to teach an old dog new tricks. They're not new letters. They're same old fucking letters. There's only 26 of them. 52 if you count the little ones, but little ones don't count. Half of them need to be aborted. I'm just saying. There shouldn't even be all those little alphabets. Don't they know how to use condoms? They got 26 daddy and mommy letters, and they got 26 baby letters. You know, I mean, I guess that's good Planned Parenting, I guess. You don't want to be outnumbered by the babies. But the point is, they're the same letters. And every time they keep changing what they mean, okay? There's so many combinations of letters you're going to have. And you can't abbreviate everything. At some point, we need to go back to using fucking words and sentences. Okay, just go back to using them. Don't just leave no, but we need to say things in a way so we know if you're part of our culture. You are. We are part of the culture. We're all part of the same culture, okay? The human culture, all right? That's the culture we all belong to, and that's why we need to stick together. When we start separating ourselves into different generations, I'm Gen X, I'm Gen Z, I'm Gen Positive. That's how they tear us apart, and that's how they keep us apart, and that's how they keep control over us. We need to unite and get rid of all these generations, because guess what? We all suffer from the same human condition, all right? Being human, okay? It doesn't matter how old you are, okay? It doesn't matter how young you are. It doesn't matter how light or dark you are. It doesn't matter how you pray. If you pray standing up, or if you pray sitting down, or if you pray kneeling, or if you pray on little kids with an ice cream truck. It doesn't matter. It's like, but we all, and some people don't pray at all. And I hope that would be the people with the ice cream trucks. But that's beside the point. The thing is, and I don't know what the thing is, but if I had a thing, I'd point it just like this. And I'd say, the thing is, we're all the same inside, right in here, where it counts, right in the earbuds. We're all the same in there and in the collar. Damn it. It hurts. That hurts. New collars, you got to break them in. You can't just put on a new collar and expect it to conform to your neck, because it's got to have a little bend in it. If it's too sharp, it hurts. I have a whole box of collars over there. They come in 500 in a box from Vistaprint, but that's neither here nor there. It's right there, that box right over there, or as we would say in the internet, TBOT, that box over there. See, TBOT. What the fuck does that mean? I don't know. I just made it up. That box over there, and it makes as much sense as that hole over there. See, that's what I'm saying. You don't know. You just don't know until somebody tells you. And then if they tell you wrong because they didn't know, they just made it up. You say, what's that? THOT. They say that house over there. Or they say they house over there. Okay. Or something else. And you don't know. And then you type in THOT on your phone or your computer. And everybody going, what the fuck is he talking about? That doesn't even make sense the way he used that. So stop it. Stop confusing me. Don't be sending me little letters. Don't do it. It makes my brain hurt. It does things to my psyche. It like hurts right in my butt cheek, right there. I think that's where my psyche is. Oh, that's my car key. Sorry, that's my car key hurting my ass. So I don't know where my psyche is. I set it down somewhere after a few drinks, but at least I found my car key, and I can go home. Shit, I am home. What do I need my car key for? God damn. Oh, okay. That's beside the point. Which is, the point was here. Here's the point, and I'm like right beside it. I'm right over there beside the point. So today's sermon is help me, help them, help you for $99.95. Okay, Now, what made me think of that was because, first of all, this is an awkward day. See, because last week we had a theme. I can't remember what it was, but it was the first week of June. Okay, and I don't remember. It was the first Sunday in June. I don't remember what the sermon was about, but it was something. And then, but next week is Father's Day. Next Sunday is Father's Day. All right, and so that's easy. What that sermon should be for the 16th, Father's Day. All right, and then the 25th is the next Sunday, and the theme there might be Juneteenth, because Juneteenth will be behind us, and then I can find out how people celebrated it. But I could also do it on the 16th with Father's Day to remind people that Juneteenth is coming up so they can celebrate it. And then, which means I could have also done Father's Day today to let you know Father's Day is coming up next week. And then you'd have time to do something for Father's Day. And I did. I considered that. And I thought, but people are going to say, why not just talk about Father's Day on Father's Day? That makes sense. That makes church sense. You know, have a sermon on that day. And that would be like having a Christmas Day sermon on New Year's Day. See what I'm saying? And you don't want to do that because it don't make sense to the people. Because people say, you could have said that on Christmas. Why you wait a week? And I didn't want to hear you say that, which is why I don't have a feedback thing so that I can hear you. I can't hear you say that, but I know you're saying that, just like you're just saying you don't get LOL. I know you're saying that because you type it. All right. So, you just, I'm just texting you. Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. I don't even know how. I don't know what to do about that. Let me tell you. There we go. I didn't mean to do that either. Shit. So here we go. I was talking about every time I turn on my television. Yes. Yeah, the sermon. So next week I'm going to talk about Father's Day, which left today without a sermon title. And you can't create an event in the software without having well, it makes it easier if I have a title, because that way, because they're all the Church of Last Resort. And you don't know which Church of Last Resort it is unless I have like a title to go with it. All right. I could say Church of Last Resort and just put the date on there. But some people get confused by numbers. And some of them, I think we call them calendophobias. They're afraid of looking at the calendar, a fear of a calendar. Or is that dataphobia? Dataphobia. At any rate, they don't do well with numbers. So I just give it a name. All right. And the name is Help Me, Help Them, Help You for $99.95. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Okay. Every time I turn on my television, someone is asking me for money. All right. And they may be asking you too. I don't know. I just know that when I turn it on, I hear them asking me and whoever's in the room with me. I hear them. They're asking for money. All right. Now, sometimes they're asking out of, they're just right out asking for a charity. And sometimes they're asking for like products that we don't need or that don't work, but they want us to pay for it anyway. All right. And sometimes they just try to scare us or me, maybe you. I don't know how many people see these commercials into wanting something, all right, like mace or tiger claw or bear claws or guns, all right? They just try to scare you into doing that kind of stuff. If you don't give us money, something's going to disappear, all right? And that's the other thing. Something's going to be taken away if you don't give them money, All right. It's like ACLU. If you don't help them, people are going to take away your rights, because the ACLU stands for Civil American Civil Liberties Union. Okay. And what they do is they protect your right of free speech. Okay. And it supposedly doesn't matter who you are. They'll protect your right to free speech. They even it's not a liberal organization, because they went to court to support the Klan in their right to free speech. Okay. And then what did the Klan do? Say fuck the ACLU. They're a bunch of assholes, bunch of liberal assholes, until the Klan needed them. And then the Klan went, oh, ACLU is all right by me, until the court case was over. And then the Klan went back to fuck the ACLU. They're a bunch of liberal pinko hippies, stand up for free speech, bastards. That's what. And so, but the ACLU wants you to give them money, not just give it, but again and again and again. They want you to subscribe to the fight. Okay, to $19.95 a month or $19.98 a month. Whatever it is, you notice it's always under $20, okay? And again, I explained that on the breakdown board many sermons ago, why you see all of these things and it's $19.95, okay? Even if you're buying something that costs $5,000, they will tell you how many easy payments of $19.95 it'll be, because they know people will let go of $19.95 easier than they'll let go of $20. Yeah, it's an emotional thing, all right? And as long as we hold on to that, as people, they're not going to raise that above $19.95. If we start accepting, let's say, $50, watch everything go up to $49.95, right? Or some people are $10 people, okay? And so, and some companies, or we used to be $10 people. Okay, we used to be $10 people. And that's why a lot of things back in the old days, when I was, before I learned that I didn't know how to use the internet, the limit was $10. So a lot of things was $9.95 a month, $9.95, $9.95, $9.95. And then people started making a little bit more money, and they felt comfortable parting with up to $20. See, it's a psychological thing. And so when that happened, a lot of these people who are asking for money bumped up from $9.95 to $19.95, knowing that $20 we're going to go like, I'm not giving you $20. I'll give you $19.95. I'm not giving you $20. Fuck that. I'm not doing it. So it's a psychological thing. And we can keep them down there. As a matter of fact, we can push them down to $4.95 if we only accept a $5 mentality. Okay, like a $5 meal at McDonald's or something, or a $5 meal wherever they have $5 meals. Okay, we can say I'll spend $5. I'll spend $4.95. I'm not spending $5. And if we accept that mentality en masse, then all those commercials where they're asking for $19.95, they're going to drop down to $4.95. Okay, but we have to do it together. Okay, the human condition. Remember, we're all humans together. We're not Gen X and Gen Z and boomers and boomer assassin. We're all people, all right? And we're all, well, I was going to say we're all Americans, but not all of us. Some of you are Canadians or other places, even further than Canada. Damn, there are places further than Canada. Antarctica, you could be a penguin, all right? Which will bring me to like the next place to ask for money. Okay, the ACLU is asking for money over and over again every month, $19.95. All right, ASPCA. Okay, I don't remember what the first A stands for. It must be animals. No, that's probably the last one. American Society for Protection Against Cruelty to Animals or something. I forgot. I forgot what ASPCA stand for. You think I would know. I remember. See, the thing is, it's the same letters, and I get it mixed up with ASCAP, all right, which is not a hat for your butt, okay? ASCAP is for musicians and artists, all right? And it stands for like American Song People or Song Creators and People. Right, American Song Creators and People, ASCAP. And so it's the same letters as ASPCA, which is why I get them mixed up. But I I learned about, even if I don't know what the letters stand for, I know what they do, and I know what they do. And the funny thing is, they didn't always do that. At least we didn't always think they did that. They went under rebranding. You keep saying what they did, and you haven't said what they did. I'll tell you what they did. Shut up and give me a chance to talk. Don't be pushing me. Okay? Don't be pushing me. All right. When I was about 6, okay, the ASPCA looks out for animals' rights. Okay, and if we don't give them money, the animals are going to lose their rights. Okay, so but I was a kid when I first learned about ASPCA. And ASPCA had a negative connotation when I was a kid. When I was growing up, that's where you took your animals when you didn't want them anymore. Okay. And that's who you called to get animals out of your yard if you didn't want them there anymore. All right. That's what you did with them. That's what you called them. ASPCA. And I learned about ASPCA through a song. Yeah, there was a song when I was a kid. It was sung by Napoleon the 14th. It was written by some guy named Jerry Samuels. All right, and the song was called "They're Coming to Take Me Away." Yeah, and that's how I learned about the ASPCA. They're coming to take me away. All right, and it went something like this: da-dum, 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 da-dum. He ran away, and I got on my knees and begged you not to leave because I'd go berserk. Well, you left me in, and then the days got worse and worse, and now you see I've gone completely out of my mind. And they're coming to take me away, ha! They're coming to take me away, ha! The funny farm where life is beautiful all the time, and I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats because they're coming to take me away, ha! Don't. And it goes on. The song goes on. And the person, basically it's like, don't you leave me, because if you leave me, I'll go crazy. Okay. And then like, and before it gets to the part that I came to, or I was coming to, it's like, then it goes like, it gets to, somewhere in the middle of the song, it goes like, I cooked your food, I cleaned your house, and this is how you paid me back for all my kind, unselfish, loving deeds? Huh? Well, you just wait, they'll find you yet. And when they do, they'll put you in the ASPCA, you mangy mutt. And, see, they're coming to take me away, haha. And see that part there? See, it's negative connotation. See, the ASPCA was where you took mangy mutts. Now, of course, when I was a little kid, I didn't know that's what they were saying, and I really thought they were saying the ESPCA. And I asked my mother, what is the ESPCA? And she looked at me and she goes, what the fuck are you talking about? She goes, I've heard of the ASPCA. And I went back and I plugged that new knowledge into the song. And when she told me what the ASPCA was, the song made sense. That little part of the song, which says, and when you do, they'll put you in the ASPCA, you mangy mutt. And it turns out they said mangy mutt. And I thought they said mangely or something else. Took me a while to figure out it was mangy. It took me like 3 or 4 listenings. And then here's the great part about that song. If you hit the 45, if you flip the 45 over and played it, it was the same song, but it was backwards. Okay? And it'll be like like that, just backwards, like that. Okay, so that's the backside. The 45 side is the same song, just backwards. I guess it was like a one-hit wonder. And he said, I ain't got a second song. This is it. This is all I got. You need a B-side, play it backwards. And back then, nobody said the devil was listening to you, trying to make you, spend money at the ASPCA or trying to make you go crazy. Nobody. The devil didn't exist in the backwards records back then. It wasn't like that, But and the ASPCA was not, like I said, was not a good thing. It was a bad thing. But now they do play their little commercials on the TV, and they show you the saddest, most depressing animals on the planet. Not Fox viewers. Now, I know you're thinking, they show you Fox viewers? No. No, not OAN viewers, no, and not people who, no. I'm talking about animals that have been mistreated, okay? Dogs and cats that were like left outside in the rain and the snow, all right? And not everybody has the wherewithal to build a cat condo community in their backyard for cats that are hanging out back. Not everybody can do that, okay? Some people are blessed, okay, and they have the property and the space and the wood chips to make little cat condos in the back community. You know, like I don't have that in my backyard. We have stray cats out back, and I have a shed where I keep my tractor mower and my snow thrower and my extra salt for when the road needs salt, like June, July, you know, August. I have all the salt in my shed in case I need it. No, and I have a spot for cats where I can put food and water. And I tell you what else I have to do. This is so fucking funny to me anyway. I had bowl out there. Bowl, no. You ever buy Chinese food or any kind of carry out and it comes in these little plastic bowls with little plastic lids? I used to save them, and that's why I used to put the food for stray animals. And I had like 30, 40 of them. I mean, so much because my wife and I ate out a lot, okay? A bunch of them. And I put food in it, and I put it out, you know, for the animals in the shed. And then some raccoon had started taking the food. The whole bowl and everything. And I go out with another bowl with some more food. Bam, raccoon was taking it. Just kept taking the food. And I'm like, what the fuck? And eventually I found a spot in the woods with all these plastic bowls where the raccoon was taking it. Because see, the way the cats eat, the cats wouldn't eat all of their food because they want to save something for later. That's what cats do. They eat and they save, and they eat and they save, and they want to come back. But by the time they come back in the middle of the night for midnight snack, the raccoons came and take the bowl. Just took the whole bowl. So I went out and bought metal bowls, and I put little clips on the metal bowls, and I put a chain on, you know, so that they could not take the bowl. All right. But they were still eating the food. So I put plastic bowls out in the woods for the raccoons to keep them away from the cats and keep them away from my trash. All right. And so the raccoons kept taking the bowl anyway, still kept taking the bowl. And I got down to my last bowl. Okay. I didn't have any more bowls to put out there for the raccoons. And I put some food in there, put it out there, and that was it. And I didn't have any more bowls. And it turns out I had like 3 days of no leftovers also. So I didn't take any scraps out for the raccoons. And I went out there finally went out like after 3 or 4 days with a bowl of scraps for the raccoons. I go out there, and the raccoon had brought some of the bowls back and put them in the spot because I guess the raccoon figured that I wasn't bringing food out there because there was no bowls. So the raccoon's like, we need the food. And they brought not all of them, just 1 or 2, actually it was 2, bowls back, and they put them where they stole the bowls from. And I thought that was so fucking funny that the raccoons did that. So you gotta feed animals like that. You got to. Animals that are that cute and smart, you gotta feed them. They're better than children. Better than children. Speaking of children, and the children's fun. They come on and they show you war torn countries. It starts off with this particular commercial starts off with a young black child. I'm assuming she's African because she's speaking in her native tongue, which I do not speak. Okay, and so she said and they show her with sand going through her fingers because she doesn't have any water and sand. And then they show, and that's to appeal to the black people. Okay, and then they show a young white child with a hat and little pony braids like Pippi Longstocking or something. And they show her, and she's speaking in her native tongue. da, 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 and it shows you buildings being bombed, and there's no water, and they're starving. Okay, and as somebody says in English, all war is a war on children, and then they hit you for the money. Okay, yeah. All right, and then another commercial. This was it, the WWF. All right, the World Wrestling Federation. No, I'm sorry. See, that was settled in court. The WWF was the World Wildlife Fund, and it was also the World Wrestling Federation. And the animals said, you get your animals away from our animals, because your animals are fucked up. Okay, your animals are crazy. So they changed their name to WWE, because WWF is for real battles, okay, real fights. The animals, the WWF, the animals, they're putting up with real fights. Okay, the elephants are being killed for real for their tusk. Rhinoceroses are being killed for real for their horns. Birds and snakes, lizards and sapiens, not Homo sapiens, but the other sapiens, apes and gorillas, monkeys. They're being killed. They're losing their environment. See, they have real fucking battles. But the WWE, those are fake battles. They're getting hit with real chairs and they get real damage, but it's for money, okay? And they're choosing to do that. The wrestlers say, oh yeah, you talk about my work? Oh yeah, I'll come out there and I'll whoop you and I'll put a new one up your ass. See, and the animals aren't saying that. The elephants aren't saying, you want my tusk? Come and get it, motherfucker. They're not saying that. The elephants are like, leave my tusk alone. I need them. Okay? You hit me in the head with a stick last week, and now my Tuscaloosa. They used to be real tight up in here, and now they're all loose and everything. Yeah, and they take the tusk out. People come and they take the tusk from the elephants and leave them for dead, and they just want the ivory. It ain't right. And that's what the WWF wants your money for. They want to help protect the elephants. All right? And then sometimes there's this company, it's called Stairlift. And this is the one that really fucking gets my goat. They got a commercial for a chair that helps you go up and down the stairs, okay? And they're selling you this chair. They're putting this chair out on the market, and they're telling you all the wonderful things this chair does, okay? They tell you that, well, first of all, I don't know how big you can be and use the chair. I don't know if it says the weight limit. It may say it on like the little fine print, where you have to get like really, really close. But if you're real big, you're not going to get that close, because first, either you're sitting in the chair. If you're too big, you're sitting on your chair or your sofa, and you're like, I can't see that shit. I can't get off my sofa. Or if you can't get off your sofa, you try to get closer, but you're so big that your belly hits the TV before you get within your vision range. You know what I'm saying? You get like this and your stomach goes bam, and you can't get closer, and you're still going, I can't read that fine print. I can't do it. I can't read it. So there may be a weight limit on there. I don't know. Okay. But all the people that they show you are kind of a bit small. And they tell you that the chair works. There's a power goes out, the chair still works. And I think they turn off the lights or something, and the chair is still moving. Okay. Now, to be honest, you don't know that the power is out. You really don't. Because there's nobody got this little thing. Let me show you the thing I'm talking about. I'm going to show you my little thing. You stay right there. Okay. Damn. You know something? I can't find my little thing. Anybody see my little thing? It's, shit. Well, at any rate, nope. I thought that was my little thing. It's not. But I have a little thing. It's a little yellow thing. And it has like these little things, and you stick them in the hole. A voltmeter. That's it. Voltmeter. There's nobody on a commercial with a voltmeter, sticking the probes into the hole so you can see there's no electricity. All right. You just have to take their word for it that there's no power and the chair's still moving. Okay. You have to take their word for it. And here's the thing that really fucking gets my goat. They say if there's an obstacle, the chair stops. All right. And they put a truck on the stairs, and like here you go. Here's a truck. Okay, this will be the truck right there. This is the truck, and then the chair is going like this. All right, and it's supposed to stop when it hits the chair like that. And they tell you it does that, and so they do this, and you see the truck move like that. The chair doesn't stop. They stopped the video. Okay, they froze the video. If it actually stops when it hits the truck, they wouldn't have to freeze the video. They could keep the video going and you'd see it stop. But that's not what happened. That fucking thing crushed that little truck to pieces. And that's the same thing it's going to do to your kitten or your puppy if they're sitting on the stairs thinking, it'll stop, it'll stop, it'll stop. And it'll be like, squish. It don't stop. It don't stop. Because if it stopped, they'd show you it's stopping. But instead, they freeze the frame. All right? I'm going to call them out for that. That's right. If it stops, put a baby right there on the steps. And let's see if the chair stops. It's not going to stop. You're going to have to freeze the frame. You have to freeze the frame and then take the baby to the doctor because the chair's not going to stop. And that commercial has got to be, 3 years old and they haven't figured out how to stop it from squishing things? No. That's because it's breaking shit. Like, I don't know what STFU is. Shut the fuck up. And the only reason why I know that is because I've heard people say that. I've heard it. I've heard shut the fuck up. I know what that means. But I can't do that for another few minutes. I gotta not shut the fuck up for 8.5 more minutes. That's okay. So that stair lift does not stop. I'm telling you it doesn't stop. Because if it stopped, they'd show you stopping it. They show it stopping before it crushed the truck or the children or the pets or animals. That's right. Bless you, Ian. Bless you. Now, I forgot where we're talking about the stair lift. That's right, stair lift. The point is, everybody's asking you for money all the time, all right? And I think just with those, I think I listed 6 things right there, right? The stair lift, World Wildlife Fund, the Children's Fund, the ASPCA, ACLU, okay, 5. That's 5 right there, okay? And that's not even talking that's 5 ACLU, right? Yeah, what else? Did I mention anything else in there? I don't know. I honestly don't know. But you know there's more than 5, okay? There's got to be, Red Cross, Blue Cross, all those crosses. They're all asking for money. You got all those charities out there, and all of them want $19.95, between $9.95 and $19.95. All right. So what I'm proposing is that you send us $99.95 a month, okay, and we will send a portion of that money to all of those companies in your name, okay? So so that they'll leave you the fuck alone, okay? Just send the money to us, $99.95. Make it out to the Church of Last Resort or to minddogtv.com. You can make it out directly to me, but for tax purposes, I would not recommend that. And by tax purposes, I mean the government will be attacking my ass trying to get that money back because I'm not going to give it up if you make it out to me. So let's not make the government tax their efforts. Let's make them check out to minddogtv.com or the Church of Last Resort, and we'll take that $99.95. And this is what we'll do. Okay, we're going to tell you this up front because all those other charities and stuff, what they do is they take a portion of that money and they use it for administrative costs, okay? And administrative costs could be anything to putting money in their pockets, to paying staff, to paying for more commercials, to ask you for more money. We don't do that here. Our staff is this big. This is how big our staff is. Okay, not the Johnsons. The Johnsons are like this. Okay, I'm talking about the staff, the people that work here. They all like this big. All right, we don't have a lot of staff, and they have to be this big to fit in the monitors that you're using, your TVs that you're watching, and the phones. Our staff has to be small enough to fit in there to make the show work. So we don't have a big staff, and we're proud of that. So it's not going to be a lot of money that we're going to take off the top for the staff. 10 to 90% at the most, okay? At the most, but not a lot. All right, but we're going to tell you up front that we're taking some of it off the top. We'll tell you up front we're taking some off the top, plain and simple. We're honest about that. But the rest of it we will use for those charities that you want off your back. Okay, we'll get them off your back. You send us the money, we'll send them the money, and then we'll use the address so they will stop writing you. The the ones with the trees, the Arbor Foundation, right? The Audubon Society, that's birds. But they asking for money also. Okay, they all do. All right, and whatever you pick, we will send money to them so they don't have to write you. And we'll tell them, now stop showing this commercial. They're sending you all the money they can. Don't show them the commercials anymore. All right. So that's what we're going to do for you. You send us $99.95 and we're going to help them help you help them. Okay. So they'll leave you alone. They'll stop writing you letters. They'll send all your junk mail to us. They'll send all those commercials on the TV to us so that you don't have to watch them. We'll watch them for you. Okay. For $99.95, we'll do that for you. Yes, we will. For $99.95, we'll get those bastards off your back and they'll stop asking you for money. They'll stop mailing spam to your house. They'll stop knocking on your door, pretending they're Jehovah's Witnesses and Mormons. They're asking for money, trying to sell you a magazine going, have you heard the good news? Have you heard the good news? Awake, good news. Wake up. No, you can just say, they knock on the door and you give them one of our little stickers right here. Here, little sticker right here. Right here. Okay. We don't have those stickers made up yet because we just thought about this yesterday. Well, last week, rather. We didn't have enough time, but we have stickers. And the stickers will say, leave us the fuck alone. Contact our minister at the Church of Last Resort or Mind Dog TV. That's where all of our money is being sent to. And they'll leave you alone, okay? So we're getting those stickers made up. And you can get them at Mind Dog TV once we make them. All right? So for $99.95 a month, just send it to us, and we'll get those bastards off your back. They'll stop bothering you. They'll stop breathing down your neck. They'll stop hounding you. They'll stop showing you the commercials on television so you can watch TV in peace and not have to look at little sad puppies, little sad kids, little sad children, little sad kittens, little sad birds, little sad elephants, little sad rhinoceri. We're sad, little sad things, okay? And you can start watching happy things like the news, all right? $99.95. I think it's worth it. I think it's well worth it. Lord have mercy. I think it's so worth it that I myself, me. That's what myself means. And I can't stand it when I hear people talking, even people on television. I can't stand it. I watched a comedian the other day being interviewed, and he says, me, myself, personally think. I'm like, me, myself, personally, I think, okay, you talk about redundancy. Me, myself, personally, I think. What the fuck is wrong? Why are they on TV? And how do they get to be a comedian with that kind of language? I'd rather hear him cuss. I'd rather hear him on TV saying, motherfucker, you want my opinion? Fuck you. That's what I think. I'd rather hear him say that than me, myself, personally, I think. That hurts my ears. That hurts me more than cussing. Okay? That hurts me more than I can't even tell you now because I'm almost out of time. Not almost, I am out of time. And I didn't get a chance to talk to you about the thing that was going on with the United Methodist Church in Africa and in Alabama. And we'll talk about that some other time. But you can Google it. And they're trying to split the church up into the people who like gays and the people who don't like gays. So you can check that out online for yourself. Google it. The Methodist Church in Alabama and the Methodist Church in Ivory Coast. Okay, you can check that out, all you church people, for more church news. Before I close, I want to thank those of you who have subscribed to my fledgling YouTube channel, the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll. Bless you. And on behalf of the Church of Last Resort and the entire Roll family, my wife Amona, who's now talking to me again, love you, my kids Cinnamon and Jelly Jr., our cat Tootsie, and our dog Stop Dropping, I wish you safe travels, and I hope you will join us next week at 9 a.m. Eastern Orthodox time on the Mind Dog TV and the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll YouTube channel and everywhere that our word is heard. Lord have mercy. Just be kind to everybody. Be safe out there. And in the name of George Carlin, Robin Williams, and Richard Pryor, can I get a fuck the hell yeah, y'all?
Fuck yeah!
Thank you. Bless you, children. Go in peace.